man, this is so exciting. We have the brand new Avata 360 from DJI here in the studio in my hands, and in today's video, I'll tell you a little bit about it. Very quick disclaimer, this is an early impressions video and there are plenty of things that I'm not allowed to talk about yet in terms of specs, in terms of technical features. So it is an early look at the drone. I will be able to tell you a little bit more about this drone very soon. But for now, I will talk mainly about my impressions of the drone, what it is, what you can expect from it, and many other things, but without mentioning any technical specs. So keep that in mind. Let's get started with what it is. So the Avata 360, as you can see, is a 360 drone, a cinewhoop more specifically, meaning that all the props are protected, they're ducted with this design that allows the drone to fly freely around people or obstacles without worrying that you will hit them and damage them. So it is a two-in-one drone. As you can see, we have two cameras here. So one is on the front and the other one is actually looking backwards. So if you want to shoot 360, the drone will rotate the cameras like so. So one will look up and one will look down, meaning that it will record the whole area around it in 360, giving you so many ways of kind of looking around and editing the footage as you wish. Traditionally, you can do that with a 360 camera. Now it's exactly the same thing, but from the air. Now looking around at the actual body of the drone, you will see that we have a lot of sensors here on the front for obstacle avoidance. The drone itself is very flat to accommodate that super flat battery that goes inside, and also to make it easier for the cameras to not get the whole body of the drone in frame. So when you're shooting 360, the drone gets completely eliminated from the whole picture and it's completely transparent, so you don't really see it when you are reframing your shots. One thing that I've been keeping hidden away from you is this thing right here. It has been there on the shelf, but now I can finally turn it around and show it to you. This is the replaceable lens kit for the Avata 360. Now this is great because this has been one of the biggest complaints when it comes to the Osmo 360 from DJI, the fact that their lenses are not replaceable by the users. Now this you can replace by yourself if you want to, if you scratch the lenses, which, let's be real, is a very large possibility when dealing with 360 drones in general. So there is an easy way to replace the lens yourself by using one of those kits. Now let's talk about my experience of flying the Avata 360, because I think this is the most important part, together with the image that you're able to get out of the cameras. Now again, I'm not able to share any technical specs. I will save those for the full video, but as you can see from the images on the screen, the image that you're able to get out of the Avata 360 looks quite spectacular in my opinion. This is a very high quality drone that obviously, since it's a cinewhoop, flies a little bit differently than, let's say, a traditional drone because of the ducts and the way the air flows around the propellers. So when it's windy out, you might be able to see some wobbles or shakes in your footage, together with a very visible stitch line in your goggles or on the screen itself while you're watching what the drone is doing. But later, when you get to the editing part and you are trying to stitch the footage together and figure out the different perspectives and angles that you want to take with the Avata 360, then the wobbles are, I would say, quite manageable and very, I would say, fine to work with. Now there are some wobbles still in your footage. That is just the name of the game when it comes to flying a cinewhoop in areas where you have wind, for example, because it's just how the drone moves around when it's pushed around by the wind. So there are some shakes and wobbles that I think might not be able to be fixed down the line with some firmware updates, because this is just how the body moves in those scenarios. So it is what you can expect from a drone like this. But in some scenarios, I've noticed some shakes and wobbles that are kind of ruining your footage because of that movement of the drone. But for the most part, I would say 95% of the time that I've been flying this drone has been rock solid, and I was able to get some really smooth shots out of it. The footage is quite clear, it's smooth, it's vibrant, and you can do a lot with it, really, because it allows you for a lot of customization. So I am super happy with what you can do with a drone like this. You saw some of the footage, you saw the intro, that was all shot with the Avata 360, of course. So I'm quite confident in what you can do with a drone like this, and I cannot wait to tell you more as soon as I can, because there are some quite interesting aspects and topics when it comes to the Avata 360. Now, why would you be interested in a drone like this, and who is this actually for? First of all, I think this is a great mixture between a traditional drone, which is great for longer flights, for a little bit more traditional cinematic angles, which you can still do with a drone like this, and more classic aerial perspectives. However, this one mixes things up by including additional angles that otherwise you won't be able to achieve with a traditional drone. But this one is actually perfect for those proximity shots, for interesting perspectives and shots that are otherwise reserved for drones that are much harder to fly than this one. Let's not forget the fact that since this is 360 footage, you can do just one pass and create multiple different angles just from one flight. So that also opens up the doors for very, very interesting and flexible shots that save you time as well. Now, who is this drone for? Personally, I would say that this is meant for those content creators who really want to stand out a bit with their footage, people who are tired of the traditional drone moves that we see everywhere, solo shooters like me who don't have additional people or team to film them, and also FPV beginners, because this one is a great way to step into the door of flying FPV, and this one does it perfectly safely. So my final thoughts about my first impressions of the Avata 360 is that this is a very, very interesting piece of tech from DJI that I was super excited about ever since I heard about the anti-gravity A1, and I was waiting to see DJI's reply. Now, be on the lookout for my full comparison video between the anti-gravity A1 and the Avata 360, because that's coming very, very soon as well. It's a very, very interesting video, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you don't want to miss it. But other than that, I think DJI's way of doing 360 video is a great step that is also very different from the anti-gravity A1. It's a very different product with different specs, different type of flying, different output, and different flying experience in general. So those are two products that are going to dominate the market, in my opinion, in 2026, and I'm super pumped to have them both and be able to share my impressions, my experience of flying them here on the channel with you. With that being said though, I'll see you in my full review of the Avata 360, where I'll be able to share all the technical specs, all the features, and everything you need to know about this drone, and I cannot wait for it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.